So this is microstructure of wool, which consists of three main components: cuticle, cortex, and medulla. You can compare it with cotton also. In cotton, outermost layer, the protecting layer is known as cuticle. The medulla is named as lumen, the innermost canal, the hollow canal running inside the fiber, that is known as lumen in the cotton. Here it is known as medulla. But in cotton, in all the fibers, lumen is found. But here the medulla is found only in coarse wool, not in fine, or sometimes it may found in medium wool also, but not in fine wool. Fine wool is not, the medulla is absent in fine wool. It is found in sometimes medium wool or most of the time in coarse wool. And cortex you can understand is the secondary wool, mainly secondary wool and primary wool. Because the bulk of the cotton fiber consists of secondary wool, cellulose fibrils are found, spiraling fibrils. Similarly here, you can say this part, main bulk of the wool fiber is known as cortex. So microstructure of cotton is divided into 4 parts. Microstructure of wool is divided into 3 parts: cuticle, cortex, medulla, which we have taken also understand in the diagram. हमने previous diagram में भी इसको लिया था. एक बार वापस show कर रहा हूँ मैं आपको, so that you can understand. Cuticle having 3 parts. This is cortex, which is made of wool polymer, protofibril, microfibril, and macrofibrils. That we will take in detail in the next slides. So we were here at cuticle. Cuticle is the layer of overlapping epithelial cells, means outer surface of the fiber surrounding the wool fiber, which serves as the protection for the main part of the fiber and also gives it rigidity. So it is protecting the wool fiber. This is the boundary of the wool fiber, protecting layer of the wool fiber, and it consists of 3 components: EP, exo, and endocuticle. Now something about epicuticle. It is the outermost layer. Sorry, there is a difference. Yes, EP is the outermost. Okay. EP is the outermost layer which covers the wool fiber. It is only a few molecules thick and is composed of water repellent wax-like substance. The material which is forming epicuticle is a wax-like substance which is water repellent, and it is only few molecules thick. The thickness of this epicuticle is negligible. It has countless microscopic pores which enables the wool fibers to absorb moisture. Means it provides porosity to the fiber with the help of these countless microscopic pores which are found only in the epicuticle, which enables the wool fiber to absorb moisture. Through these pores, water molecules can enter into the polymer system of the fiber. So this is outermost layer and very thin layer. After epicuticle, there is exocuticle. This is immediately below the epicuticle. Just epicuticle के नीचे जो part है fiber का, that is known as, जो part है cuticle का, that is known as exocuticle. The overlapping of epithelial cells from the exocuticle, which is made up of keratin in the wool. This exocuticle is formed from keratin, the protein which is found in wool. In fine wool, the exocuticle is approximately 3 micron thick and represents about 60% of the cuticle. Cuticle का 60% part जो है, that is covered by exocuticle. That consists of exocuticle. And the last innermost part of cuticle is known as endocuticle. End से आ रहा, अंदर का बिल्कुल last का part है cuticle का. That's why we are saying endocuticle. This is an intermediate cementing layer bonding the epithelial cells to the cortex of the wool fiber. Cortex और outermost boundary को जो join करता है, जो cementing करता है, जो बीच की जो layer है, उसको हम endocuticle बोलते हैं. यानी कि cuticle और cortex के बीच की जो layer है, just beneath the exocuticle. Exocuticle के just नीचे जो कॉर्टेक्स और एक्सोक्यूटिकल के बीच का पार्ट है, दैट इज नोन एज एंडोक्यूटिकल. In fine wool, the endocuticle is approximately 2 micron thick. This is thinner than exocuticle, but thicker than epicuticle. So the endocuticle is approximately 2 micron thick and contributes about 40% of the whole cuticle. तो पूरा कंप्लीट जो क्यूटिकल है उसका 40% पार्ट एंडोक्यूटिकल है, 60% पार्ट एक्सोक्यूटिकल है, एंड उसको हम कह जो एपिक्यूटिकल है दैट इज नेग्लिजिबल. सो वी आर नॉट काउंटिंग दैट इनटू दिस वन. दैट इज ओनली वेरी फाइन थिन लेयर which is protecting this exo and endocuticle. So this is all about cuticle part divided into 3 components: epicuticle, exocuticle and endocuticle. The second important part or component of wool fiber is known as cortex. The cortex or core of the wool fiber forms about 90% of the fiber volume. ये क्यूटिकल के वॉल्यूम के बारे में बात चल रही थी, 60% and 40%, that is the volume of cuticle. 60% is exocuticle and 40% is endocuticle. But अगर होल फाइबर लेते हैं तो होल फाइबर का 90% जो पार्ट है that is cortex. The cortex or core, that's why we are saying it is the core of the fiber. It is the main part of the fiber. The cortex or core of the wool fiber forms about 90% of the fiber volume. जो फाइबर का टोटल वॉल्यूम है उसमें 90% कॉर्टेक्स है, 10% जो बचा हुआ है वो क्यूटिकल और मेडुला रहेगा. It consists of countless long spindle shaped shells. ये किससे बना हुआ होता है? It consists of countless means in a high number. Countless means काफी बड़ा नंबर में. Countless long spindle shaped shells which are about 100 to 200 micron in length, जिनकी लेंथ 100 से 200 micron होती है, and at their center they are about 2 to 5 micron wide and about 1 to 3 micron thick. This is about these spindle cells, which we are saying cortical cells in the diagram, which we have indicated by cortical cells. So cortical cells, countless cortical cells are found in cortex. And this is about the dimensions of this cortical cell. One cortical cell. Fine wool fibers have about 20 such cells. अगर wool fiber fine है यानी कि diameter बहुत कम है, उसका fineness ज़्यादा है, finer fibers हैं, तो उसके अंदर 20 cortical cells होगी. Whereas coarse wool fibers have about 50 cortical cells. अगर coarse है तो natural cortex बड़ा होगा उसका और cortical cells ज़्यादा होगी, and that is 50 cortical cells across the diameter or their cross section. So in fine wool, number of cortical cells, and in coarse wool, number of cortical cells are different. It is increasing as the coarseness of wool fiber is increasing. As I mentioned in the diagram, the cortex of the wool fiber is composed of 2 distinct sections. जो cortex है उसमें 2 different sections बनते हैं. These are known as the orthocortex and the paracortex. इन sections को हम नाम दिया है differentiate करने के लिए. One part is known as orthocortex and another is known as paracortex. So cortex is made up of ortho and paracortex, and both are different in composition. दोनों का chemical composition different होता है. Ortho और para में difference क्या है? In their chemical composition. The chemical composition of the paracortical cells shows a higher cystine content than the orthocortical cells. That is the main difference in para and orthocortex. What is this? The chemical composition of the paracortical cells means paracortex shows a higher cystine content. जो cystine content है, जो sulfur content है, वो paracortex में ज़्यादा होता है as compared to orthocortex. ऑर्थोकॉर्टेक्स में सल्फर कंटेंट कम या नहीं के बराबर होता है, जबकि पैराकॉर्टेक्स में सल्फर कंटेंट या सिस्टाइन कंटेंट ज्यादा होता है. सो पैराकॉर्टेक्स में सिस्टाइन कंटेंट ज्यादा है, उसका क्या प्रभाव पड़ेगा? ड्यू टू दिस a greater number of disulfide cross links or bonds exist in the paracortex. क्योंकि जो सल्फर कंटेंट है या सिस्टाइन कंटेंट है वो किस तरह का बॉन्ड्स बनाता है, डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड, which is a type of covalent bond, which is strongest bond found among all the interpolymer forces of attraction. So these disulfide cross links are due to the sulfur content or cysteine content found in paracortical cells, which gives greater chemical stability resulting in less dye absorption. So it will provide more or greater chemical stability to the this paracortex as compared to orthocortex. So your paracortex will be more stable as compared to orthocortex, and if it is more chemically more stable, it means dye absorption will be less in paracortex as compared to orthocortex. Because as the chemical resistance or chemical stability is increasing, then dye molecules cannot easily enter into the molecular polymer system of the fiber. And that's why dye absorption will be less in paracortex as compared to orthocortex. Paracortex will be more chemically stable, so less dye absorption. Orthocortex will be less chemically stable, so more dye uptake or dye absorption will be done in orthocortex part. Ortho and the paracortex spiral around one another. दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ spiral form में होती हैं along the length of the wool fiber, and that will be clear in the next diagram. The paracortex tends to be on the inside of the spiral. You can understand this paragraph. To understand this paragraph, first see this diagram. This diagram is indicating the position of the para and orthocortex in the shape of diagram. So this is paracortex, this inside, this one here, this inside of this spiral, this inside of this spiral. The inside of the spiral is consisting of paracortex, and the outside of the spiral, यहाँ पर ये outside, यहाँ पर ये outside, जो भी outside है, that is ortho part, consist of ortho, that is composed of orthocortex. Inside part of spiral, inside part of spiral, inside part of spiral, inside part of spiral consist of paracortex. So inside part consists of para, outside part consists of ortho. So now it will be clear, this paragraph. Before this, it should be clear. Para और orthocortex में chemical composition में क्या difference है? Paracortex is having higher cysteine content, more sulfur content as compared to ortho. उसकी वजह से क्या होगा? Paracortex chemically ज़्यादा stable होगा as compared to orthocortex. The ortho and the paracortex spiral around one another, जैसा मैंने diagram में show किया है, along the length of the wool fiber. The paracortex tends to be on the inside of the spiral. Paracortex अंदर की spiral के अंदर की side में होता है, और जो spiral के बाहर की side है, it consists of orthocortex. और ये क्यों है ऐसा? That is explained here. This partly explains the crimped configuration of the wool fiber. और ये पैरा और ऑर्थोकॉर्टेक्स के केमिकल कंपोजिशन में डिफरेंस होने की वजह से, केमिकल स्टेबिलिटी में डिफरेंस होने की वजह से, या डाइसल्फाइड लिंक्स, नंबर ऑफ डाइसल्फाइड लिंक्स पैरा में ज्यादा होते हैं, ऑर्थो में कम होते हैं. इसकी वजह से वूल फाइबर में क्रिम्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होता है. एंड दैट इज एक्सप्लेन्ड हियर कि व्हाई वूल फाइबर इज हैविंग क्रिम्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, which is not found in other fibers. The paracortex is more stable because cortex consists of two differently chemically composed part, that is para and ortho. So this paracortex is more stable, which we have taken earlier, because of presence of cysteine bonds, covalent bonds, disulfide bonds. So the paracortex is more stable and rigid. ज़्यादा stable होता है और ज़्यादा rigid होता है. और अगर ज्यादा रिजिड है, ज्यादा स्टेबल है, तो इट टेंड्स टू टाइटन द स्पाइरल, और ये जो स्पाइरल को टाइट करने की कोशिश करेगा. जो अगर टाइटर पार्ट पैरा का है, तो ये जो उसका इनसाइड है, दैट विल बी फॉर्म्ड बाय पैराकॉर्टेक्स. व्हाइल द मोर इलास्टिक एंड फ्लेक्सिबल, जो बिकॉज इट इज जस्ट अपोजिट, ऑर्थो इज जस्ट अपोजिट टू दिस, इट इज मोर इलास्टिक, इट इज लेस स्टेबल, मोर इलास्टिक, and less rigid means more flexible. So this more elastic and flexible orthocortex conforms to the spiral on the outside. ये बाहर की तरफ जो है स्पाइरल का उस पार्ट को फॉर्म करेगा, and that is indicated in this diagram. This because this para is more rigid and more stable, so it forms it tightens the spiral and becomes the inside of the spiral, and because this is flexible and more elastic, so it becomes outside of the spiral, this orthocortex. So this diagram is a wool fiber showing its spiraling crimp. The paracortex always tends to be on the inside of the spiral. And as I have mentioned in the diagram, cortex or cortex is made of cortical cells, which consist of a number of macrofibrils, hundreds, and these macrofibrils are formed from hundreds of microfibrils, and these microfibrils are formed from 11 protofibrils, and this one protofibril is formed from 3 wool polymers. So now you can also know the number. How many wool polymers are forming one protofibril? That is 3. 3 wool polymers are forming one protofibril. Protofibril is a bigger unit than polymer. Then 11 protofibrils are forming one microfibril, which is bigger part than protofibril. So these 3 wool polymers are forming one protofibril, 11 protofibrils are forming one microfibril, and hundreds of microfibrils are forming one macrofibril, and number of macrofibrils are forming one cortical cell, and number of cortical cells are forming cortex. So cortex किससे से बना हुआ होता है? That is given in this paragraph. Macrofibrils, microfibrils, protofibrils के dimensions दिए हुए यहाँ पर. Each macrofibril is about 100 to 200 nanometer in diameter and as yet of an undetermined length. अभी length इसकी मालूम नहीं है. Microfibrils, each microfibril is about 5 nanometer in diameter and the length is undetermined. Protofibrils, each protofibril is about 2 nanometer in diameter and about 500 nanometer in length. They spiral about each other. Wool polymer, finally each protofibril contains 3 wool polymers which also spiral around each other. Polymers spiral around each other. Protofibrils spiral around each other. Microfibrils spiral around each other. Macrofibrils spiral around each other. And due to this, it is this fibrillar and spiraling structure within the cortical cell which contributes towards the flexibility, elasticity, and durability of the wool fiber. Because due to this fibrillar and spiraling structure, wool fiber is having crimped configuration, and due to this crimped configuration, the wool textile materials are flexible, elastic, and durable. So sometimes question may be asked why the wool textile materials are more flexible, elastic, and durable. It is due to crimped configuration. Why the crimped configuration? It is due to para and orthocortex, which we have done earlier. अब ये जो हमने किया है, you can give that for the answer of this question. And the final part of this cortex is medulla. In some of the medium or coarser wool, there is a central core that runs lengthwise through the fiber. Central core or central canal that runs lengthwise through the fiber called medulla. As I mentioned here, it is found only in medium and coarser wool. The hollow canal running through the length of the fiber is known as medulla, which is found only in medium and coarser wool. It may be empty or made up of cortical cell debris. या तो ये खाली हो सकता है या इसमें cortical cell की जो waste होती है वो medulla में हो सकता है. This is generally absent in fine wool fibers. Fine wool fibers में medulla generally absent होता है. I think this is enough for today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.